The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Digital Outcast. I'm your host, Davi, and I'm here with a very good friend of mine. She's also my personal assistant.
Okay. Okay.
Erica, introduce yourself.
That is my introduction. Hi, I'm Erica. I am apparently a personal assistant.
I mean, come on, girl. You kind of are.
Nuh-uh.
I mean, by choice, though. Like I said, it's your choice. You choose.
You have literally said on countless occasions that I'm forced to do this, so...
Sometimes you are. If I really need you, girl, I'm making you do.
You literally dragged me out of my house for this.
I broke into your house and
I said you dragged me out, not that you broke.
Well, to drag you out, I have to break in, right?
Nah.
No. Your door was just left open and I just walked in and dragged you out of there.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
So, Erica, how you been?
What's with this small talk? Okay, like we're not doing that.
All right.
Let's get into the
topic at hand.
Indeedy do.
All right, you had an idea.
Yeah, so it was, to put it simply, relationships.
Relationships, right?
Right. Specifically, platonic.
Platonic friendship, right?
Yes. Right. So, I've noticed a lot lately, right? Especially since like this, I'm not gonna say it just started anymore. The semester has been.
For a month now.
It's been, okay, right? But, of course, like, there's a lot of people in new classes, like, they're meeting new people, obviously,
time, yeah.
right, yeah. And I've been noticing a theme of, like, you know, like, it's the regular, like, oh, hey, how's it going? My name is this, right? And then it's, like, a pet peeve for me. Like, I don't like the overuse of the word bestie.
Really?
Really don't.
And what bothers you so much about it?
The thing is, it's the fact that it feels forced, like, you know?
Really?
Like, if I know you for a day, right?
Right.
Why would I call you bestie?
True. Because you take it more, like, serious. You take it like, okay, you have to be my best friend for me.
Yeah, because that's the short of best friend.
Right.
You're not going to become best friend in a day.
True.
Like, not actually. Like, you know, like, it's a saying, but, like, you're not actually going to.
Right, yeah.
Best friends. And so, like, that's the thing I've been noticing, that, like, it's been making quite a few people uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, I've had that experience like once or twice this semester. Specifically, like a random girl that just came up to me, and all of a sudden it's like, we had a class one day, and during the end of that class, she was like, oh, like, I need a best friend per class or something like that. Not to expose her, but...
No, yeah, like, because that's the thing, like, there's, like, innocence in it.
There's innocence in it,
but, like,
yeah.
I'm talking more about, like, those people who, like, purposefully call you bestie and then proceed to, like, expect things out of you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that.
Like,
I haven't had
within,
that.
like, the next week, I've had that.
I haven't had that
And
yet.
I've noticed it, like, this semester, actually, like.
Really? Nah, I haven't had any experiences like that yet, but, like, I understand what you mean. Like, when people get attached to you a little too quickly.
I almost spilled my drink.
Don't do that. It's very expensive equipment. But, yeah, like, I understand what you mean. Like, when it comes to that kind of situation, like you said, if they don't know you that well and they come to expect things from you already off the back, that it does become kind of a problem, because it's like, you know, what obligation do I have to you, first of all, if I just met you?
Yeah, and it's becoming like a regular thing for people to be like afraid to establish boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit, yeah.
Like, you see it a lot happening on social media, and also like currently, like for example, like this semester.
Right.
Like, people are getting to know each other. They're being forced to... Well, I won't say forced. Like, again, it's like there's innocence in it when, like, there's new group projects or group assignments that, like, you have to...
You have to get along with people, yeah.
But that's the part that I'm talking about where it's, like, seems uncomfortable, right? Because, like, let's say, like, you were in my class right now, right?
Right.
And the teacher just made us, like, you know, partners in, like, an assignment, right?
Yeah.
And, like, right off the bat, I'm like, oh, no, hi, my name is Erica. You are now my best friend. We are going to be best friends this semester.
If that would have happened to me, I would have been like, relax. A, relax. B, like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like you said, like, there's innocence in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, slow the roll a little bit. Like, you know.
Yeah, because I'm not talking about like, like jokey besties like that. I understand. But I'm specifically talking about those that are like, oh, bestie, do this for me. Oh, bestie, do this for me.
Oh, no. When it comes down, like, there are some people like that.
Like, they will purposefully call you bestie to make you think that you're close and then manipulate you into doing stuff. I hate it.
You know who gave me an example of that recently?
Who?
And I know you're going to hate me for this.
Ooh.
Felix gave me an example of this recently. And Felix is another friend of ours, by the way.
Yeah.
But he had summer classes here at Essex, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because, Felix is Felix, right? But he can be smart,
Yeah.
So he was in a biology class or chemistry class, I think it was. And he was constantly telling me about how this girl would always be like on him and try to convince him that they were friends, so she can get straight up answers off of him or she can cheat off of him and stuff like that. And that's what I don't like, because it's like,
and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because it's like now you're just using the person at that point.
Yeah, because like it's like, oh yeah, you're calling me your bestie now, but then once this semester's over, once I don't see you again, what are we then?
Right, exactly. So
like what is being besties?
Right, just because like he helped her with homework and stuff, all of a sudden like she's gonna act like they're like this, but really they're not, and she doesn't make it like, she doesn't help the case either by only coming to him for that kind of help. So it's like, come on now, like, and not only him, but my sister also went through the same thing too when she was going to the school. She'd also got a lot of people that because she was the smartest in the class, people just ran. And I get that kind of, but it's also
survival of the fittest in academics.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I get it. Like, latch yourself to the smartest person, but like, you can do that, whatever, right? But be honest about it. Like, girl, like, okay.
Yeah, like I would, like, because that's the thing. I would prefer it if like people were more honest in that sense. Yeah. Like, don't automatically like label us as friends when you don't actually know me. You just come up to me when I have like the answer to question 9.
Exactly, that kind of stuff.
Like, I would rather like you come up to me and you're just like, listen, like, I've noticed you do get pretty high grades and I kind of want a part of that. So if you could like help me out, like, I feel like I would appreciate that more.
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of people would appreciate that more.
To be honest, yeah, because you could literally just say that and people will be like, all right, I get it. I can help you out.
And then even then, like, a friendship could develop out of that.
I was about to touch on that too. Like, you could literally become friends out of that, you know what I mean? If you just be honest. If you don't want a friendship, that's one thing. If you just need the help, that's one thing. But say that, they can help you. And then we can move on with our lives. But,
Yeah, like, there's no need to actually, like, force yourself onto this. Like,
True.
You don't need to use people. You could easily just, like, be honest, be upfront, and then see what happens. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
And even outside of school, it's also, like, the same thing. Like, people will become friends with you for the benefit of it.
Especially in the workplace.
Especially in workplace.
Yeah, job settings. Oof.
Definitely. But job settings is one thing because, you can become friends with your coworkers, but you're not necessarily considering everybody your friend there.
Yeah.
So it's like you can honestly just be like, okay, I get it. Like, we work together. We need each other's help. And
Yeah, because, like, I appreciate the concept of friendly but not friends. That's like the best kind of thing you could have at work.
Oh, at work, definitely.
Yeah,
if
at work, definitely.
With
like,
each other, that's awesome.
Like, friendly but not friends. Like, listen, like, when we're working together, like, I'm gonna look out for you. I'm gonna like help you out. You're gonna do the same for me. But then once I'm clocking out, that's it.
That's it, right? You go home.
Like, do not be calling me at 2 a.m. to vent to me. Okay, I don't need to know that kind of is.
Unless we get that close for whatever reason, but I doubt.
But that's more common in these kinds of settings though, like in college.
Yeah, in college, it's one thing. But work, it's just like, all right, come on, we all got our own problems. Like,
yeah, like, but that's the whole point. Like, there's no need to force it.
There's no need to force it either.
Like, establish boundaries if you're uncomfortable, like that kind of thing.
Right.
Don't let these people manipulate you.
Definitely not.
Like, you better than that. You
Honestly.
definitely better than that.
What we've been through, there have definitely been some manipulators.
Definitely.
Known, but like you said, we are better than that. So we're not going to like fall for that. We're not going to like give in to that either.
Yeah, because then later on, like, once you actually allow them to force that attachment to you, all of a sudden they're going to be calling you for, believe it or not, money.
True.
They're going to be asking you, oh, no, do this for me. And it could be homework. Ooh, a part of a project. Can you do that for me? Bestie.
Right, exactly, yeah. Or bestie, I need like $500 for rent. Like,
I don't know what kind of bestie you talking about, but okay.
Low key you do, but we're gonna leave it at that.
Ooh.
we're leaving it right there. We're leaving it right there. But yeah, it's very that.
Going in the vault.
Going in the vault, definitely.
Yep.
This coffee is great, by the way.
Yeah, I really feel it in my wallet.
Wow, you're gonna bring that up again? You're gonna bring that up again?
I'm kidding.
Yo, me and Erica were literally on a podcast before this,
Yeah.
like someone else's podcast, and she literally brought up the fact that she had to pay for my coffee this morning.
Can you blame me when, you're labeling me as your personal assistant, your sidekick, my good sir, your carry-on luggage, your backpack, your EpiPen? 5 examples, all in that one podcast. Do not come at me.
When did I say that? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's the fact that it's gonna be it's gonna be available to everybody. You can actually go listen to it.
But like, you know what I mean by that? You know what I mean? It's like I can't go anywhere without you necessarily. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously I can do things without her. Like I'm a grown ass man. I can do
and
things.
of course, like other than what I've said, like that's not actually our dynamic. Like we,
Right.
we actually like cover each other.
We cover each other a lot, yeah.
Yeah, for lunch. Like one day he'll like cover for both of us, another day I will. Like it's very like
The reason I play on the personal assistant joke a lot is because every time like I need you there, like I could literally just call you. You'd be like, okay, yeah, well, we can do that.
I'm a ride or die, folks.
She is a ride or die, to be honest, and she's always been there. Like as much as I torture her and like bother her a lot, she's actually a very good friend,
And that's the thing. That's the kind of like relationship you do want to look for. You know what I'm
true
saying?
too, yeah.
Like we don't actually like abuse each other like that. Like you don't use my money, I don't use your money, and then we don't think of paying each other back. Every time like we do that, like for
Right.
example, like this time I'm covering for Starbucks. You, without me even asking, immediately are talking about the next time. Like, oh no, I got you.
No, like example, even after we get out of this, I'm paying for lunch. Like, because you paid for coffee, I pay for lunch. You know, it's
And
stuff like that.
And that's the thing. Like I really appreciate those kinds of things because it all circles right back. Like you're not using me and I'm not using you.
Exactly.
So like the way people are throwing around like the word bestie or like best friend, like that's why I don't like it.
Yeah, I feel
Right?
you,
Because
I
like
feel you.
then like the original like relationship that those two words come out of, everybody forgets it.
That's true.
Like you forget that like you actually have to get to know the person. You actually have to have like these like experiences with them. Like, you know, like these, like your best friend is someone you expect to stay with you throughout your life.
Exactly. And it's funny because actually, for some reason, and I don't want to get too personal, but I find it hard keeping like relationships.
In what way?
Like for some reason, I've been able to stay friends with you. We just met this year still, but you know, it's still pretty early on. But like over the years, I've noticed it's been harder for me to keep people around. And I understand people got their own things going on, you know, and like friends go different directions and all that. But I don't know. For me, it just feels weird because I've never had a consistent, like, for example, you had like you have a best friend that you've known for
18 years.
18 years.
Yeah.
18 years ago, the same people in my life 18 years ago is not the same people 18 years later.
Like they've already like
Everybody
come and gone.
Yeah. And like I've never consistently stayed friends with like the same people.
I'm about to change that.
You really are. I can already tell that.
Yeah, in 20 years, I'm going to be calling you up so we could go get some Burger King. You know what I'm saying?
In 20 years, I'll be 50.
Oh, crap, you're right.
Anyways.
We have fun here.
We have fun on this channel. Anyways. But yeah, so I don't know. And I can understand why people grow out of each other and things like that.
Yeah, like it is possible. It's not impossible to actually get tired of someone.
Right. But, you know, at the end of the day, I don't hold grudges. If anybody from my past decides to try to reconnect nowadays, I'm not going to hold it against them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because really the only thing that bars us from reconnecting with those people is whether or not, like, change has happened, right? Like, change is, like, a giant factor in whether or not you actually, like, reconnect with the people of the past. He just backed away to chew on ice.
I'm sorry.
He didn't want the mic to pick up on it.
I'm sorry. No, but yeah, it's definitely because, I mean, I'm lying. There is one person I would say, like, I've known him for, like, the longest time.
Do I know?
No, you don't know him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's from way back in the day.
Okay.
The thing is, he also, how do I put it? He's also, like, all over the place at the same time, right? So I never get, like, that chance to reconnect with him. Mm-hmm. But, you know, he does hit me up now and then, you know what I mean? So
yeah, like a little, like, hi, how's it going?
Like a check-in.
It's been a while. You doing fine?
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? But apart from him, like, I haven't, like, really kept in contact with anybody from my past, like, like you said, last 18 years. Never the same group.
But honestly, that's what I find, like, most cherishable about, like, relationships like these, right?
Right.
Like, between you and me. Because it is true, like, I have a best friend that I've known for 18 years, right? But we are long distance. She lives in Florida while I live here, right?
Right.
And so we're states away. We can barely see each other in person, right? And so, but, like, the more you think about it, it's the fact that that relationship can still, like, thrive. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I've been with her through elementary school to middle school, through high school, and now through college, right?
Right.
I hate seeing people who think that that's unattainable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like, the moment, like, a friendship ends, you think, oh, no, it's not possible for me to ever find a person like that.
Right. Because the thing is, especially, like, going on through life and me, what am I trying to say? I literally just, like, got a brain fart right now. But especially going through life, you know what I mean? It's like you meet different people constantly. Mm-hmm. So it's like...
But that's normal.
It's normal. And, you know, that's one thing that I had to understand, like, a little afterwards, because for a while I thought there was something wrong with me. I'm like, yo, why don't people, like, stick around in my life? Like, why am I constantly going through people, like, you know, different friends and different groups? They're crazy. Mm-hmm. But, you know, you go through life and you meet tons of different people, you know what I mean? You meet
like, there's no telling what's going to happen with the next person you meet.
Right.
That could end up being your ride or die.
Exactly. Like, people leave, and then you get other people that come in, and then you get close with them, and then, you know, that person becomes, like, your new, like, best friend, like, you know.
Yeah, because, like, every failure doesn't mean there's not going to be a success in the future.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, like, you went through all of those different, like, breaks.
Right.
Like, separations from groups of friends, like, just breaking off a few of them. And me, too, I have.
Definitely, yeah.
Because, like, I have that one person, but there's a reason I only have that one person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then look at us now, after all of those separations.
Right.
We instantly clicked once we met.
Definitely.
So, again, like, that's living proof, like, it's possible to find someone like that. Even if you think, like, it's just never going to happen after all of those, like, mishaps, right?
Right. Especially for a person like me, where I'm definitely a social person. Like, I can be awkward, I can be shy sometimes, but... Mm-hmm. I'm definitely a social person, so it's like, at the beginning when I was, like, going through that, you know, separations and fallouts and everything, that did affect me for a bit, but now, you know, growing up, being older and all that stuff, you kind of, like, learn that it shouldn't really be a big deal. Like, you're always going to meet new people no matter what, and, you know, sometimes it's just not meant to be. Sometimes the people you meet back then are not meant to be in your life forever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's something that I had to...
And that's, like, that's, like, another thing that I would want to mention, too. Like, if something bad happens, like, again, example, let's say we're friends. We've been friends for 2 years. Then we had a falling out. There's no reason you should, like, let whatever happened there affect the friendships of the future. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because you also can't...
Like, you shouldn't have to hold a grudge and then use that when you meet someone new.
Yeah, like, projecting, right, basically.
Yeah, because life's all about starting over with these people. Again, like, come and go.
Come and go, definitely, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know where to go from there. You kind of hit the nail on the head with that one.
Come and go, people. Come and go.
Come and go, yeah. So that's a nice drink you got there.
Yeah, I know. I bought it.
I know you did. Along with mine. Oh, Lord. Well, how's the semester going for you, like, academic-wise? How's that been for you?
I feel like it's been going fine. I haven't actually had, like, a moment of stress yet, which is insane.
Really? How you feel about your classes, though? They're easy, hard?
None of them are, like, truly easy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm getting through. Like, it's turning out, like, much smoother than I thought.
Really?
Yeah, like, much smoother. Like, I thought I would be drowning in paperwork.
But how do you feel, though? You feel like you're doing good, or?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, my test scores agree with me.
Oh, look at you, little Miss A+ over here.
Not A+, but definitely.
Definitely passing.
Definitely passing.
Definitely pass. Yo, thank God, like, the major I chose, like, I don't have to do a lot of, we don't really have to do a lot of written exams and nothing like that. Our grades are
well, yeah, but then you have to put the work into something else.
We have to put the work into something else. But it's something that we enjoy doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we do short films, we do, audio projects and, stuff like that. So that does require effort. I'm not saying it's easy to, but it's something that it's a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's best to love what you do than to just do something. Like, for example, job-wise, it's best to like what you do instead of just doing it for the money.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, you want to like what you're doing and get paid.
That too, very much so. But yeah, I think I made a right choice. Because I talked about this last time too. I'm very pleased that I switched majors at the time that I did. Because I don't think I would have been happy if I would have stayed as a physical therapist the entire time.
Yeah.
I would have hit a ceiling, like I said last time, and that was not going to be fun. I didn't want to stay like that the rest of my life. I need to constantly do different things, so that's how I feel about that. That's why I'm pretty happy where I'm at right now, because this is the type of job that I can take it and run with it, and I can always be in something different. I don't have to stay in the same lane the rest of my life.
Yeah, like you can actually put like your creativity to use in a way that like you would actually appreciate yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and like I feel the same way, because when I first started, I was liberal arts because I didn't know what to do.
Oh yeah.
And then I switched to psychology because I thought like, oh no, yeah, everything, all of that's like really interesting. Maybe I'll like that was the point where I was like, oh no, I should do something that's gonna get me money.
Yeah.
Not what I'm gonna like, right? But now like I just switched my major again to like business administration, right? So like just basically business stuff.
Business, yeah.
Yeah, and I've found that like compared to what other people have told me, it's actually a lot easier for me because I like what I'm learning about.
Really?
Yeah, because like I've already worked like throughout my whole like working life, right? Whatever you call that. I've always like done sales.
That's true. And you're very good at it too.
Yeah, like I've come to realize like that I have a natural talent at it. And so like I don't know why I spent so much time thinking like, oh no, I have to do something that will get me money when it was literally like right in front of me.
Exactly. Especially business, that's all it is about money.
Yes, we do love the dinero, you know what I'm saying? The dinero.
But yeah, but you're really good at what you do, to be honest. I'll say that.
Yeah, and I love the job that I have right now. It's still sales.
It still sells.
Like I've never been happier. Aside from the people, but that's a different topic.
I mean, it's, you do sales, but you also do customer service, and customer service is a whole
customer service. Everybody and their mother's gonna do customer service in their life at one point or another.
And it's not fun.
Definitely not fun, but
you push
we
through it.
We persevere.
Persevere. You keep your composure as much as possible.
As much as possible.
I could never though. I remember when I worked at Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah.
I know where this is going already.
Yeah, you already know. I used to fight with people a lot too. I mean, I'm not proud of it. I'm not saying that I'm proud of arguing with
cheese and sausage slam it across.
I would throw coffee at them. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't throw coffee at nobody. But it was just funny because these people do provoke you. Like, you know what I mean? I understand, like, we also have a job to do and we have to do it right and all that.
I feel like that's been happening a lot more, too, because these days a lot more people are thinking they can sue anybody for anything. And so they provoke you for that reason, though. They want you to do something so that way they could get money out of it.
I hate that because...
Like you're literally badgering these innocent people just, like, so you could get something out of it. That's, like, the worst part.
First of all, I would argue, I would yell and all that, but I would never do anything to actually, like, push a lawsuit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you can get me mad all you want.
And not only that, but, like, it's, like, specifically, like, because you mentioned that you worked at Dunkin' Donuts, right?
Yeah.
It's especially the videos of, like, you know, like, random freakouts at getting a drink wrong.
Yeah.
That gets to me, you know? Because, like, what's wrong with, like, me getting, like, currently I have what do I have?
What do you have?
Mango dragon fruit.
Mango dragon fruit.
Yeah, like from Starbucks. Like, if they got that wrong, Is it really so difficult to just go up to them and be like, hey, actually, I got this instead?
Right. I would hate that too, because I'm like, I get it, you wanted it a certain way, but why are you cursing my whole family because I made a drink wrong? Like, calm down. Like, I'll make it again. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, and like it's the fact that like they try to insist they're right too.
One thing I always used to hate was, I'm gonna call corporate. Call them.
I dare you.
Call corporate.
I dare you.
The most they're gonna do is a slap on the wrist and give you a free donut.
They're they're not even gonna listen. They don't listen.
They don't care, man. They care about you spending your money again.
Yo, I remember like because there was a moment too where like I worked at a supermarket, right?
Oh yeah.
Right, I worked at BJ's Wholesale Club.
Check it out.
Right, and there was a lot of times where like that was the response, right? Yeah. Like for example, if you are out of the return policy, by the way, there is nothing I can do. Trust me, to get you out of the store, I would do anything, but there is nothing I can do. Right, and then like the immediate response is like, oh no, I'm gonna call corporate. Okay.
I still got my job, so.
Yeah, and they don't even know my credentials, my guy. There's millions of us.
Right, so who are you gonna...
Like, you tell them, oh, no, her name was Erica. Which one?
Which Erica?
Literally.
Exactly.
But that's the thing, like, there's no reason we should be making it so hard for people.
I know, right? Like,
there's really no reason. Like, just be nice about it. Like, give them a little...
Right, keep your composure, like, you know...
Like, give them a little, I actually ordered this, you know?
Because here's the thing, right? There's been plenty of times where I've had my order messed up, too, every time I go to a coffee shop or anywhere. Mm-hmm. But, like, I just tell them, hey, like, I wanted it this way. Can you make it again? They say, yeah. I get my drink the way I want it. Yeah, again,
like, there's no issue. They don't even give you any pushback.
Right.
Because it's, like, an honest mistake.
Right. So, but if you're going to come storming up in there, like, demanding this, demanding that, threatening to get them fired, and it's just like, well, now you're not getting shit. Well, now you're not getting anything. I stopped myself. I didn't say the full. You did. I didn't say the full
How do
word.
we know he didn't mean to say shish kebab? You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say shish kebab. Yeah, sure. That's what I was going to say.
Better than what you were originally going to say.
True. But yeah, so it's like, calm down. Don't get up in their faces. They're doing their job the same way you have a job as well. So it's like, come on now. Like, that's.
And it all comes down to that again, like expecting things out of people, right? Yeah. Because they're in a certain position.
Right.
Like in friends, no, I am not your bestie. No, I will not do your homework for you. No, exactly. I will not do your project for you. No, I will not loan you money.
Yeah, that's true.
And if I was a barista, no, I am not calling corporate for you. Right. No, I am not going to give you your drink in a bucket. I'm not going to. What
I used to hate was, give me your name and number. No.
Number? Who asked for your number?
A few people did.
How do you know they're not hitting on you?
They come here storming. They're threatening to get me fired. They want my number. They want to date me.
They actually want to take you out to dinner.
They want to take me out aggressively taking me out to dinner.
Yeah, like, you messed up my order, so we're going to Red Lobster. We're going to Applebee's, okay?
That is crazy. But yeah, I used to get people telling me, like, give me your name and number. I'm like, for what? Like, what are you going to do with it?
Literally.
I'm going to call corporate and tell them to fire you.
I'm going to call corporate. Which David are you talking about?
Which David are you talking about? Because it's not me. Probably me, but. But here's the thing, right? They never fired me. When I left Dunkin', because I left on my own terms, I never got fired from Dunkin'. So it's like, you can say all that. You can get mad all you want. You can threaten to fire me all you want. Nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's whether you hate us that much, stop coming. Simply stop coming. Or you're going to come back, calm down.
You actually have a story about that. Remember?
Oh, yeah. There's one lady, right?
Oh, boy.
Okay, so.
Let's get into it.
This story, right? It's actually the weirdest story I can remember from Dunkin'. There was a woman who forgot to pay for her stuff last time. So she comes back like a day or two later. Mm-hmm. We tell her, hey, like last time you know your card didn't go through. That's what happened. Her card didn't go through. So we try to let her know if she could pay for it again. If we pay for it because she didn't pay for it last time.
Yeah.
She got upset. Proceeded to say that she's the manager of Starbucks and all that, and that not sponsored by the way, but But that she was
Begs the question too. You're a manager of Starbucks and you're coming to Dunkin'?
Yeah, you're coming to Dunkin' for coffee when you work at a Starbucks. Like, make it make sense. But
damn, don't even like your own coffee. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. And then she was like, "Oh, I'm the manager of Starbucks and this and that." And I'm telling you, like, you guys are the worst Dunkin' I've ever been to. Like,
thank you.
As if any of those two things have anything to do with each other. But whatever.
Point being, your card declined.
Your card declined last time. We let you get away with it. We're asking you to pay for it this time. And then you proceed to get mad, say you're never coming back. But then you come back the next day.
I love those. And
I'm just like, what happened? I thought you hated us.
What happened?
I thought you didn't like the vibe. Like, what's good? And I said that too.
You did.
I did say that too. And then she just gave me like a stank face and then she just drove off. But I'm like, come on now. Like, what's with all these threats? What's with all this attitude?
What's the whole point of barking up a storm if you're literally just going to come back for the same treat? You know what I'm saying?
Coming back, getting the same thing that I have to make for you every time. So what's the issue? Like, I don't get it.
And even then, like, that's what's the funniest thing, because, like, they will get mad even if it's their fault. Because we just talked about them getting mad over an honest mistake, like, from the employee. But, like, no, they will get mad even if it's their fault.
Yeah, even if they're the ones that are messing up. This is like...
Because I also have a story from the supermarket, right? I told you already, right?
Oh, yeah.
But there was this one time where... So, I don't actually remember the return policy anymore. I think it's like... I mean, it's been a while. Okay.
Right.
But, like, I think it's 90 days, and then you can't return anything?
Probably. That's
No. 90 days, and then... Also, if you don't have the receipt, we have to give it to you in store credit, right?
Oh, okay.
Like, and so there was this girl that came and, like, she got diapers for her kid. Ew. Anyway. But something was wrong with it. Again, like, it's been a while. I forgot what was wrong with it. But the whole point was that she wanted to return it, and she didn't have her receipt with her. Right. So, like, I explained the whole thing to her. I was like, listen, I can definitely take this back, but... I have to give you, like, the money back in store credit, like on a store credit card, right?
Right.
So what this means is you can use that to get something else, right? I'm technically still giving you money back. It's just not on your debit card, right?
Right, it's on a separate card, but it's still money.
And then she proceeded to, like, actually go on her phone, open up Safari, go onto Google, and search the return policy. Of PJs. Right. And she was like, oh no, but it says here that I could just bring it in without a receipt and you can look for it. And I was like, baby girl, I don't got those credentials, first off. Secondly, that article was from 2012. We were in 2023.
That's hilarious. 10 years later, you think it's going to be the same policy?
Literally, 11 years later.
11 years later, whatever.
And, like, I even told her right then, I probably should have kept my mouth shut. But I even told her right then and there, I was like, okay, but I'm an employee, right? And that's an article on Google.
Right.
I was trained that after 90 days, or if you don't have your receipt, I have to give it to you in the store credit. You can still use that to go get some extra diapers for your baby. Okay, what's the issue?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't get the problem.
But, like, no, then, like, she said, well, obviously she didn't like my attitude. My bad. That one I will say my bad. Maybe I should have kept quiet. But But it made it all the more satisfying later because then she proceeded to say, like, oh no, I'll just go to a different BJ's and have them return it. She does. She left the store with the diapers, the box of diapers, and then 2 to 3 hours later she came back and she was like, they didn't return it, and I was like, I know. And then she asked for my manager, and I was like, they're gonna tell you the same thing.
Honestly,
like the same thing. Like, I know I'm supposed to bring you the manager, but I honestly don't want to bother her. I don't want to do that.
That's so funny.
But it's like that. It's like, I don't know what you expect me to do. Like, that was entirely your fault. Why do you not have the receipt?
Right. Why don't you have a receipt on you?
Oh no, I can look for it. I don't. I'm not a manager.
Right. Do I look like I'm in charge of anything?
And not only that, but there's a reason why in those types of supermarkets and stuff, there's like 5 to 6 managers. No one's ever where they're supposed to be.
That's true.
There was no manager near me to even look up the goddamn transaction, okay?
That's so funny.
There was nothing. No one, nowhere.
No one, nowhere, nobody, no how.
And even, I actually do remember, we had like walkie-talkies too, because of course this was like in customer service. I actually remember making the call too of like, oh no, can I please get a manager over? Nobody responded.
That's so funny. That is so funny.
But like you catch my drift, right?
Yeah, I get the point. Yeah.
Getting mad even when it's your fault. Please calm down.
I know.
check yourself.
But yeah, so yeah, customer service is something that I don't plan on getting back into, to be honest.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's one of the most unavoidable things, unfortunately.
That's true, yeah.
Like, because think about it. Even if you're in film and stuff,
in every industry,
your customer service is the critics.
That's true. Every industry has customer service, pretty much.
They're just labeled differently. That's just it.
Pretty much. Like, when I worked in the medical field, right, the customer service was like how you treat the patients and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, in this case, they're patients. You have to treat them nice no matter how they treat you. So the only hard thing about it was just keeping my mouth shut, because I feel
like that is our problem. That is definitely like.
No, to be honest, if it was like I said, if it was any other industry like Dunkin' Donuts, like for example, I would be a little more loose-lipped. But for the fact that I was in the medical field, I had to work with patients. There's nothing I can say. They can get mad at me. They can curse me out. I gotta be zip, because then I get fired right there on the spot. And I worked at a nursing home, and I worked at a physical therapy clinic. You really have to, because it's healthcare. You know, the patient always comes first at the end of the day. So in those situations, you kind of have to like toughen up and like keep your mouth shut and let them go off. They're going through stuff. They're sick. Their foot's broken or something.
Yeah, I genuinely I don't like the fact that people force the situation to be much bigger than it actually is.
Yeah, like
it's just that simple. Like I hate it.
Yeah, like everything can easily be resolved. You just don't have to go to that level. You know what I mean? But yeah, so this has been a good conversation, I think. Yeah, it's been pretty good. We got. What am I gonna say? I don't know.
I don't know either. I can't even guess. I looked you right in your eyes. Can't guess.
I don't know what I was gonna say. I was trying to come up with something else, but yeah. So, how's your day?
Again with the small talk. I mean, you just quit that.
What do you want me to say?
Not that.
Oh, my bad. I can't ask my friend how her day was.
No.
Oh.
You had a chance to do that with the half hour we spent getting here in the car.
Oh, so I got to tell you beforehand?
You did. You already asked me. You want to ask me how my day was 3 times already.
I'm going to keep asking you until you answer. Anyways, guys, it's time to wrap up anyway. So thanks for listening. Erica, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you.
I'll be back.
She'll be back. Oh, definitely
I'm definitely coming back.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.